Going to do something completely different, but circumstances. The reason we're here, like I said, is because of the spread of Islamic extremism. So I just want you to remember why you're here, where it came from, what it's all about, and then this shit might stop. On the 11th of September 2001, Islamic extremists launched a series of coordinated suicide attacks. These attacks were supported and funded by Al-Qaeda and targeted the United States of America. 19 Islamists, Al-Qaeda murderers, hijacked 4 commercial passenger jets. The Islamists intentionally crashed 2 of the airlines into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center, killing everybody on board, and 2,752 people working in the towers. The Islamists crashed a 3rd airliner into the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. The 4th plane crashed into a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania, because the passengers fought back. They chose to sacrifice their lives, protecting others rather than giving in to these Islamic extremist animals. There were no survivors from any of the flights. The death toll from the attacks was 3,497. The majority of the casualties were civilians from over 70 different countries. The dead also included many rescue service personnel. The number of people injured in the attacks on that one day numbered over 7,000. This attack made the world stand still, and it's making you stand still now. 9/11 was not a terrorist attack. That's got you thinking, hasn't it? It was not a terrorist attack. It was a declaration of war on the West from extremism. 9/11 was an outright declaration from radical Islam on Western society and Christianity. The Islamists intend to bring down Western civilization. You're not on my watch. There's a silent majority of Muslims who say nothing. They say Islam has been hijacked by Islamic fanatics who kill any Muslim that dares to disagree with their brand of Islam. Well, 100,000 Algerian Muslims didn't agree with these Islamists. Have they been murdered for nothing by these animals? Have they died for nothing? Because Muslims who say fuck all are part of the problem. They say Islam's been hijacked. Well, I know one thing, and that is the Islamists did hijack 4 planes on September the 9th and slammed them into buildings across America. In London on the 7th of the 7th, 2005, these same Islamist animals murdered 52 people and injured 800 more. Around the world, atrocities have been carried out by these same Islamists against anyone who does not bend to their ideology. They're hypocrites. I call them liars. Islamism is not a religion, nor is it a faith. It's a social and political organisation that hides behind the Quran. They do this to further their political goals of creating an Islamic state based on the same ideologies of Adolf Hitler, Stalin and Nazism. Is this not bad enough? Is there not enough proof showing us that they will not stop and they do not care?
Fucking scum! Fucking white.
What more do you have to do to make people understand that Islamic fundamentalists don't care? They only want to dominate and they only want to dictate.
Fucking scum!
As we gather here now, in America, there are plans afoot to build a mosque mosque on the site of 9/11. And the graves of the people who were never recovered from that site. This is a site the Islamists see as their greatest victory against the West. This is a site where thousands were murdered by Islamic extremists.
They're proud of that. Fuck them.
I don't condone violence. Nor do I condone public conflict. But, and I do mean but, if this was ever to happen in England, if they wanted to build a mosque on the site of 7/7, I would personally lead a street army to the doors of Westminster. Never in recorded history have I seen a bigger insult to the dead. Not now, not ever, not today, not tomorrow will I ever allow this to happen in my country. So where are we now? What's the true situation? We know our government's lying to us. We know they're not letting us see the real picture. So we first stated 3 months ago, our government sees the threat of Islamic fundamentalism in this country as being the biggest threat we have faced since the Second World War.
Yeah.
Kept that one quiet, didn't he? Didn't see Tony spouting that off when he was dead in the Muslim bloc vote. They call them poppadoms, I call it Semtex. Well, it's time to wake up, people. 9/11 showed us one thing. This threat is real. This can affect anyone, anywhere, at any time, in any country. England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales. In its pursuit, in its supreme goal, in its pursuit of its supreme goal, in obedience to the world of Allah, millions of Muslims, including the 19 who carried out the 9/11 bombings, in the name of Islam, have dedicated themselves to waging war on the rest of the world, and they will do so in the years to come. Well, in Britain, millions of English men and women will do the same as the 40 passengers did on Flight 93. We'll fight back, and we'll give up our lives to fight this Islamic threat. What they've forgot is we've been here before. Have they forgot about the IRA, who blew us up on a weekly basis? We fought and killed them. And every given opportunity, from Bloody Sunday to the Gibraltar petrol station, the destruction from Manchester and the City of London bombs made 7/7 look quite small in comparison, with the amount of damage and the number of dead. They even tried to blow up the government once, and Maggie was a walking target. Even after years of this slaughter, we did not fear them. After years of this destruction, we fought them. So what the hell is going on? Why are we allowing this to happen? Why can't we just turn our armed forces and our intelligence services loose? Let our special forces do what they do best. Hunt them down and kill them all! And remember, the armed forces in Act 1 has taken a solemn oath to protect this land, its sovereign and its people. And if this is what it takes, then I will, and every other soldier in this country will stand by his oath. Natural history has shown us one thing. History has a tendency to repeat itself. Well, I'm going to give you a little history lesson here, people. We're in a position where we can see the war that everybody said will never happen. There'll never be a race war in Britain. It can never happen.
Enough power!
Well, remember Yugoslavia? I do. A first world country, not a third world country. A tourist destination. Hospitals, education, everything. And in the space of 1 year, bang, gone. Why? Because the government didn't listen to the people, and it failed to resolve what the people saw as inequality. This happened with the people who just had to distrust of each other. They didn't trust each other. Not hatred, just distrust. Can you see anything like that happening here, folks? I can. Can you see how things like this can go so badly wrong so quickly? Bear in mind the situation is... We are a stone's throw away from it happening here. Ethnic cleansing. Everybody said it couldn't happen, but it did happen. And millions died. Oh, lads, no, we were there. Our government, like the Yugoslavian government, is dependent on the police force and the armed forces. So are the Yugoslavians. Well, our police forces and our armed forces and our commanders controlling war zones are sick of losing men and are sick of having to fight and do the jobs with their hands behind the back. The coppers, they don't give a toss what colour you are, what religion you are. You break the law, they'll nick you. But it seems only if you're one side of the coin at the moment. You turn them loose, they'll do the jobs. And we're fighting them. They're on the front line in Lancashire. They're the ones that are taking them on head on every day. And we're fighting them. Get a grip. I believe in my fellow countrymen and women. I believe in my country. And like the Americans did on Flight 93, I believe what I'm doing is right. And I believe what you're doing is right. Because you're giving a voice to the masses who are still frightened to say no. Because they're frightened of being branded racist. Well, this is what the EDL's done, and this is the EDL's power. They've turned around and made it okay to say no, okay to stand up and say, I don't care, because you're not going to put up with it anymore. I believe in England, Northern Ireland, Scotland remains. And we'll never give up, and we'll never give in, and we'll always fight back. There will be no quarter given. There'll be no quarter asked for. There will be no surrender. Not today, not tomorrow, none ever. Remember 9/11. Remember our fallen heroes. One country, one people, one cause. This is England. No surrender to the Taliban. No surrender from the British against me. No surrender from my freedom. No surrender ever.